Shark Slayer, what's shaking, buddy? How's it going? Awesome. Thanks for coming by, bud. What's new, man? I saw you gamed with Assad for a few days. That's cool when everybody gets together. I haven't seen EJ on it for a while. I haven't gotten any notifications. I haven't visited his channel, but because I rely on the notifications, you know. I visit probably 30 channels a day during the day. I try to spread it out. I must have 500. I'm sub to probably 500 or 600 people already. Crazy number, but I try to visit everybody sooner or later. So it's like every 100 days I get back to the same people. Other than what I watch every day. There's a couple channels I watch every day. My friend Anastasia. Not bad. How are you? I know, right? I've gone and commented on EJ's page. I haven't heard from him. Huh? He didn't lose his monetization or nothing again, did he? Maybe he's just taking a break. Huh? That's too bad. You know, you got to have I figured out this YouTube. Not figured it out, but one of the things I figured out is you got to find a family to join. Already up and going family. You know what I mean? I met these people over in. Well, who introduced me to them? Struggler introduced me to him. Yeah, hopefully he's just really busy. But these people really got it going on. They help you out. They come. As long as you go and watch their stuff, they come in mass and watch yours. Hook up your watch hours. Everybody subscribes. They have like talk shows on the weekends where everybody gets together and listens. And there's some of these channels I go to. There's 100 people in them, and it's all the same group. You know what I mean? Yeah, it takes a village. It really, really does. And I kind of felt like, from what I saw, not saying nothing bad, I didn't feel like EJ had that kind of support. You know what I mean? It seemed like he was doing it by himself. I got to pick up some dog mess here. Sorry about that, folks. Hold on a second, guys. I gotta deal with this. Yeah, I like EJ, and I like what he's got going on. That's who inspired me to do my thing. We're cruising along. We don't have anywhere near the following EJ has, but we're moving along. We're up over 700. Excuse me. We're up over 700 subs. I think we're at 717 or 727. We're up over 1,000 watch hours. That's what we're working on now. And there's people from the family that come and put my playlists on. You know what I mean? I watch their playlists. They come watch my playlist. It's kind of cool. Okay, Toby, let's get moving. We left late this morning, like almost an hour late, leaving the house, and we got sunlight today. But we're not going to be on for long. I've got to be back to the house and computer on at 8 o'clock. So it's Friday, I've got to head downstate. Yeah, message Tasha. See how it's going. See what's going on. Hey, Fabio Jr., how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I like the vertical live streams. No, Toby. Oh, he wants to play. Look at these guys want to play. That guy's crying because he wants Toby to come over and meet him. Toby's looking at a cat across the street. Oh, the baby wants to say hi. Come and say hi. Baby wants to say hi. Come on. Come on. Come on. Baby wants to say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Good boy. Good boy. Look, Toby just made a friend. Hey, Eileen, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. We're just out on our walk. I usually don't let Toby pee in people's bushes like that. I wasn't paying attention. I had the camera pointed at him, but I wasn't looking. I keep him his bathroom from the sidewalk to the curb. I don't like him peeing on people's bushes unless it's like a fence post right there. I'll let him go on that, but people pay money for their bushes. People pay money for their yards. I think every time the True Green comes to my house and puts the fertilizer or weed killer down or whatever, it's like $80. So I don't like people messing around in my yard. There's a neighbor kid that'll ride his bike. I live on a corner and he cuts the corner with his bike, rides across my yard. Pisses me off to no end. Last year I put up a little fence, but I didn't leave it up. I'll have to do that next year, unless he keeps doing it. You ask the kid nicely not to do it, and they do it for the day, but then they come back and do it. Hey, Sophia, how's it going? Where are you from, Sophia? We're here in Michigan, in USA. Walking our boy Toby. He turned 3 on Monday. Sod Danger Brand, what's going on, buddy? Look who's in the chat. Our buddy Shark Slayer. We got lucky this morning. Mr. Shark Slayer come by. Are you guys still moving to Florida, Shark Slayer? Is that off in the future? Are you still planning it? Oh, Toby's got to do his thing again. This time he's in the weed. Hold tight, folks. I got to do some cleaning here. Hey, Anastasia. Hold tight, everybody. Clean up after my boy. He's got the goops. Hold tight. I almost got it. I just got to stick it in the second bag because I can't stand the smell of it while we're walking down the street. Believe it or not, there's no plastic bag that holds the scent in. A poop. Dog poop. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Got to clean up the dog mess. Come on, little Toby. Come on, little Toby. Yeah, it's a lot brighter out an hour later. We started an hour late today, Anastasia. I don't think I left the house till like 7:15 instead of 6 a.m. But we got some sunlight. We had our Thursday night class started back up again. Dog training class for confirmation training for the dog shows. And we went to that last night. Oh my goodness, the knees were screaming. I had to go sit down a couple times. And it's only an hour-long class. I think I made the first 2 go-arounds and then had to go sit down. I had those tight knee sleeves on, but I didn't take a pain pill beforehand. I should have. Next week. We didn't go to the Tuesday night class. She didn't have her class this week because she was out of state at a dog show, that teacher. And then we got class today too, but at our home dog school, but I got to go down. I got to go to the office today. So as soon as I get home, I got about half hour's worth of research work and printing off maps to do. And then I got to head out. I was thinking about going live on my trip on the drive, but I don't know if anybody wants to see that. It's just driving down the expressway. Morning. Sod says, "How are you, Titlepro?" Titlepro is good today. The knees are troubling, but we're going to survive it. I think my sickness is going away too. The sickness. Look at that undercover police car. You wouldn't suspect that, would you? That gray one? Not here. They're getting sneaky. That's a good. I want them to be sneaky. I still haven't heard anything about the shooting across the street from my house. That's crazy. I would never, of all the places in town that there would be people would be shooting guns, I surely wouldn't think it'd be across the street from my house. Jeez. I got more of the story though, that the mama was in the hospital, and the mama's in the hospital, and the teenagers are there alone. I don't think they're there now. I think they had to go someplace else, but because of the shooting. But that's terrible. Can you imagine being in the hospital and your house is getting shot up with your kids in it because your kids are hoodlums? That drive me nuts. Ooh, this boy walks fast. He's way out there today. Come on. What about me? You're not going to walk with me? You're dragging me down the street today, buddy? Oh. Uncle Chop stopped CDL license for overseas. Oh man. I thought it was just going to be on a language thing, that you had to be able to read and write English. I know you read and write English and speak it. Your English is real good, Assad. Huh. Excellent. You're walking with us, Anna? Are you walking from the Shamba or the market or something? We're going to do a collabo like that. What do you think about that? We'll go for a walk. We'll get Helen to walk with us too. And we'll do a split screen collabo walking down the street. Again. We've already got one, don't we? I almost forgot about that. Assad says now the CDLs are for just American citizens. Oh, man. I didn't know they were going to go that far with it. Trump's super pro-American. You can't blame him because, if you go to a lot of other countries, like if somebody went to Mexico illegally or into Canada illegally, you'd be arrested and in jail quickest lickety split. You know what I mean? There's no way they're going to give you any kind of a license or anything, You go into Russia illegally, you go into China illegally, heck, you even go into Japan illegally without a passport, you're in trouble. Why is it okay to come here without all that stuff? And I know you're doing it right, Assad. I praise that. Hey, Maria, darling Maria, how's it going today? How's it going today? You see, we're out with our boy. He's out wandering in the daylight. We started late today, just because we didn't want to be in the cold dark. I like this little brick house. This has been here a while. I like that. I like that little brick garage. That's like Model A size garage, Model T size garage. you notice that. That's one way to tell when the houses were built too, is how big the garages are. When the people got the great big 2-car garages, or even the wide garage doors, like the second garage over, you know that's more of a modern house. The people with the little tiny garages, like I've got a little tiny garage. They were built when cars were just coming out, and they were built to that size. The Model A's, Model A cars, all the cars were a lot smaller back when they first come out. And that's how the garages were built that size. And then my garage has got an addition on the back of it, because when the great-grandfather got rid of his Model A, he bought a big Lincoln car, and it didn't fit in the garage. You couldn't close the door. So they made like a 3 or 4 foot addition on there. I think it's 4 foot. It's longer, it's not wider. Like, see that little garage right there? You couldn't get that. You can't get nothing in there. Those little garages. Oh, there's somebody walking a couple dogs. We're at Hewitt Field. We'll take a lap around so we can get rid of this dog mess from my pocket. Yeah, I like the brick homes. Hey, Alice's English class. Thanks for coming by. Good morning. Hey, Alice, thanks for coming by. How's your day? How is your day? Our day's going pretty good so far. I'll know more once I get home and start looking at maps and seeing what I got to do today. I got to go down and work at the courthouse today, do some research. But I don't know exactly on what yet. I got to look it up. And I got a feeling it's not going to be fun. Otherwise, I probably would have did it already. The stuff I'm working on, it's so complicated, because when it started out, it was in the 1950s, and there wasn't that many people in that town, and now the town's like 20 times the size it was before. So everything gets complicated. I gotta check. Toby's over here bending over, so I gotta come over and see what's going on. Uh-oh, we're out of bags. I thought I put 4 or 5 of them in my pocket this morning. I guess we're not. I guess this one's gonna stay. Oh, I'm out of bags. Imagine that. Imagine that. I didn't put enough diaper bags in my pocket this morning. Oh, you like my village, Alice? Yeah. I like it too. The best part is when wintertime comes and everything's covered in snow. Come on. Come on. I like wintertime. I love snow. And I don't even mind shoveling it. I don't mind walking in slush. I don't mind none of that. I've always liked the snow since I was a little kid. We gotta make our poop deposit here. There we go. Okay, come on, Toby. Alice says, oh, that's happened to me. I've run out unexpectedly. The worst part is when you don't have a bag and there's people around to see you not picking up your poop. Holy cow, that's the worst. I feel like a criminal when that happens. Like a criminal. What kind of dogs you got, Alice? I think Assad's got dogs too, don't you, Assad? And Anastasia's neighbor's got dogs. 3 million in the building. Oh, 3 Boston Terriers. Cool. And a street dog of unknown origin. They don't have to be purebreds to be great dogs. Here's our tree that we made a short on. This. Can you see the faces? We'll walk around it again today and see if... Can you see the faces in there? Look at that. Nice burl. Come on, Tobis. Toby's probably wondering why we stop at that tree all the time. He doesn't pee on it. He's probably wondering if I'm going to pee on it. Yeah, I like dogs too, Alice. So what's new today, Unfiltered Maria? I fell asleep during your live stream last night. I'm sorry. It was, you were on, and I was sitting there reading reading the chat and listening in, and I had another window open reading the news too, and next thing I knew it was 3 a.m. My head was down on the table. My head was down in front of the laptop and I was sound asleep. Woke up at 3 a.m. and went to bed. Thinking, I don't even remember falling asleep. I don't even remember feeling tired. Next thing I knew, it was 3 a.m. Oh, you're very welcome, Maria. I got to keep my favorite channels on. Make sure my favorite channels stay on. So I hook up my favorite channels and make sure they got make sure they're on. Just like cable TV, you know, you pay for cable TV, you're paying X amount for every channel. So if you want to have your favorite channels, you got to pay for them, right? Make it helps keep them on, just like the commercials. Oh, you were my lullaby. Yeah, you and Nate. Nate was dancing. I think that's the last thing I remember. Was Nate was dancing and you had a lollipop. Next thing I knew, it was 3 a.m. That was fun. I like watching that. That's a lot of fun. I like those live streams that with the where people can come and join in. Those are pretty neat. My friend EJ had a couple of those. He used to have those. And on the StreamYard and get 6 people in there at a time, and people would rotate in and out. Those are a lot of fun. That's the first time my face was on YouTube, was during one of those. Yeah, Alice, you know, I had never watched a live stream up until last year, and I've been on YouTube since 2012 or 2011, something like that, and I had never watched a live stream. I only ever watched shorts or video clips, you know, or videos, you know. And the first live stream I started watching was this guy named EJ, Truck Life with EJ. And I don't know what drew me to it, but he's a real nice guy. He's a truck driver out of Florida. And he took us along with him with the dash, you know, with the camera on his dash. And sometimes it'd be pointed at the road, and sometimes it'd be pointed at him. And nice little community. There was truckers there. There was just regular people there. That's where I met John D that comes by here. That's where I met Assad Danger Brand that comes by. Assad Danger Brand, #1 Toby YouTube supporter. That's where I met Assad. That's where, and I met Struggler there too. And from there, Struggler introduced me to Helen Okoye. And Helen Okoye introduced me to Anastasia Blessed and Unfiltered Maria and the whole gang and President Goga. And I've been accepted into their family, I believe. All from just watching the first live stream. And now here we are live streaming. And we had never posted anything since 2012 until the end of last February. We had never made one post. All we ever did was like other people's stuff and leave a comment, you know. And then EJ talked us into it. EJ kept telling me, you gotta pay, you should post, you and Toby. And so sure enough, I finally got started. And Helen and Anastasia have pushed me the rest of the way. It guided me on all the ins and outs of the YouTube. And of course the Goga. You got to watch the Goga on Wednesdays. He's got classes on Wednesdays and teaches you all about all the ins and outs of YouTube, all the new features, how to do all kinds of different things. He's pretty cool. Real nice guy too. I sure appreciate it, Maria. I sure appreciate it. Yeah, we've only been, so basically I figure we've only been on YouTube for less than a year, even though I've been on since 2012. But we were just watching. I was just watching. I could keep saying we. I was just watching. Now we're participating. I like it. It's a good time. We don't have any delusions of being massive YouTube stars or nothing. But we're having a good time. And we're meeting lots and lots of good people. I work from home. I'm self-employed. So if I don't leave the house, I don't see anybody. If I don't leave the house for 2 or 3 days, I don't talk. That means I don't talk to nobody or see anybody. And with the YouTube, I get to see people and talk to people and interact every day. Makes a big difference. Oh, here goes Toby pooping again, and I don't have a bag. What do I got? I don't have nothing. I done used them all up. I probably dropped the other bags I had. Poor kid. And here I ain't got the camera on. I'm sorry about that, folks. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Did he do anything? Yes. I got a napkin. We'll grab it with the napkin. Hopefully through. I think I got 2 or 3 napkins. I just can't leave it. We'll head right to the trash can. Come on, Tobe. Yeah, I get to talk to people all over the world, Maria. It's a lot of fun. So many interesting people. And what's cool about YouTube is if you land in a place you don't like, you just move on. Last night when we left, we were on, I can't remember who we were watching yesterday afternoon. Oh, Red's Room. We were watching Red's Room's premiere. And part 3 of his trip to Jamaica. And then we caught a flight from Red's Room to Elise, how do I say her name? Elsie Knight. And then from Elsie Knight, we caught a flight. That's when I left. I had a dog class. I had to go. And when I got back, come on, Toby, let's go. When I got back to the house 3 hours and 45 minutes later, we were at Blessed Life. My laptop took 3 flights. I think that's cool too. The rating, that's really fun. Even though we're grown-ups, it's still a lot of fun. It's like kid stuff. I'm trying to get to this trash can without getting poop on my hands and holding on to Toby. I'll have to double check my poop bag supply tomorrow. Make sure I'm not lacking in my poop bag game. Today we were lacking. This is Hewitt Field. Everybody remembers this field if you've seen any of our lives. A lot of our shorts and videos are filmed here too, like fetch videos, and one of our very first videos is filmed right in there. I chose that because it was fenced in, and at the time Toby didn't know how to work the doors, the gates. You gotta walk backwards and walk around it. He knows it now. The bags are at home in a box. I only grabbed a couple this morning. I thought I had 4 in my pocket, but obviously I only grabbed 2. And then I grab a Ziploc too, because I can't put those bags with the poop in my pocket unless they're in a Ziploc. I put them in one of them pant pockets because I don't want to carry them in my hand. Maria says, we all start by watching, then boom, we join just like that. Maria, you got a hell of a channel. Every time I go in there every night, I'm just amazed. There's 50 people, there's 100 people. Same thing with Nate Tachovy. Stop at her live stream, there's 50 to 100 people in there. It's crazy. You guys got bigger numbers than the Goga. Goga doesn't even get numbers like that, right? My YouTube inspiration. I need to get up and get up into numbers like that. We'll have to come up with something interesting, Toby, to talk about to get numbers like that. Or maybe I could put some shorts on and jump around. What's everybody got going on today? Us East Coasters, or Eastern Time Zone USA people, are just getting up. Not quite 8 o'clock yet. We're headed home though now. I see we're not going to get home by 8. I miscalculated. We're probably 15-20 minutes from home. Yeah, there's a lot of impressive people on YouTube. Alice, every Sunday, the fellow that I keep mentioning, Goga, he has they call it a Sunday service, and he interviews people from the family. And I think he's got over 150 interviews or 120 interviews or something. But he picks all kinds of interesting people to interview. And it's like, wow, there's so many cool people out there creating content on YouTube. And the people come on and they tell their stories. Usually they tell their life story and how they got into YouTube and everything. It's a good watch. It's a real good watch. And that's every Sunday. I think he comes on at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I think that's 7:30 Kenyan time. He's in Kenya. Alice, everybody you see in my live streams are content creators, and they're all great people. Anybody you see in blue there, they're worth connecting to and checking out. They're all great content creators. Assad, Maria, Anastasia. Anastasia's got village life type videos. She's got a green grocery. I think I told you about it before. You've been to hers. I just saw you there yesterday. I don't have to explain nothing, do I? We saw you there yesterday. That was great. I saw your name pop up. I was like, whoa, Alice. Ooh, smell the marijuana. That's burning marijuana. That's not growing marijuana. Somebody's out here smoking one. Woo. I'm going to get high just smelling it. Send you some, hey. I thought they were working on legalizing it down in Florida. Here it's legal both. Well, it starts out as medical, and then they bring in the first the medical gets legalized, and then the recreational is not too far behind it. And here, shoot, I got a neighbor that's got plants right in the middle of his backyard. The law says they've got to be enclosed, like fenced in on all sides, even the top. But his are right out in the open. We walk past probably 2 or 3 houses every day. That's just that we can smell. I'm sure there's at least one house on every block, at the very least, one house on every block that's growing inside. Alice says, my channel is definitely stuck. I recently tried to do a live stream, but got too nervous. Haha. Oh, so you're new? You're new to live streaming too? I consider myself new still. It's only been a few months. I still have all kinds of problems, like my battery died the other day, right when one of the raids was landing. Kanini brought a flight in, and my airport the lights were out. right when the flight landed, my battery died. It's not the first time either. Helen Okoye brought a flight in one day, and my phone overheated. It was out in the garden. I left it in the sunshine on a tripod. You live and learn. Those are the kind of mistakes I have. Battery running out. Sometimes I'll have poor internet and it'll die off. But we're learning. We're getting better. What time do you try to live stream at a certain time? Have you come back to it, Alice? We'll come. Let us know. We'll come and see. Come check it out. That way you won't be too nervous, because you know there's people there, right? Come on, little buddy. You started posting like 3 years ago. Then I had a tragedy in my family and just lost all motivation. I stopped posting for a year. Ooh. Well, it's good you got back. It's a lot of fun. I know I'm having fun with it. I'm sure everybody else is too, or they wouldn't be hanging out. When we came by yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? The bells were ringing. I'm trying to think of what day it was. It was 7 a.m. So we'll come by this church up here at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. one of these days. I think it was Sunday. And the church bells are playing songs. We'll come listen to that this coming Sunday if I can remember. What are you thinking, Tobe? What are you thinking, Tobe? Is it time for a treat? Here, Bobo. I'm not very consistent yet either, Alice. I try to come on live at least every other morning. Down, sit pretty. No, sit pretty. Sit pretty. Good boy. That's the Lassie pose. One of these days I'll get a good camera angle of that for you. He did it so good at class last night, even though we were at a confirmation class, not a trick dog class. But he did it so well last night, everybody was impressed. And then everybody started showing tricks, their dog tricks, even though we were at confirmation class. Even though it was only an hour long, it seemed like it was forever. It was a really slow moving class, so me and Toby started goofing off. when you're at the dog show and you're in line, you're in the ring, and there's a lot of dogs, and you don't have to you don't have to keep your dog perfectly still the whole time when the judge is examining the other dogs in line. You can do things to keep your dog happy. So sometimes we do a couple of little tricks just to keep his mind from getting bored while we're in the ring. But you always got to be ready when the judge is looking to make sure your dog's looking right and he's not all slouched up. Sometimes the judges will look down the line and look at the dogs while he's looking at other dogs, while he's examining the first dog in line, he'll be looking down the line at the other dogs, see how they're standing. What's for breakfast today, folks? I think all we've got is eggs. We got some, oh, no, I'm going to be on the road, so I'm not going to eat at home. I was just about to say, I got some eggs. I could make some biscuits. I don't have bread today or tortillas. I finished the tortillas off yesterday. We ate up all our menudo yesterday, too. The tripe soup. Oh, that stuff's so good. I've loved it ever since I was a little kid. When we were little, we didn't drink the broth of the soup because it was so spicy. And when I was middle-aged, I'd tip the bowl up and drink the broth. And now that I'm an old man again, not again, but now that I'm older, my stomach can't take the broth again, like when I was a little kid. So now I just eat the stuff out of the soup and leave the broth. Too spicy. Look, Tobe, you misbehave. Look where we know. We know this guy lives here. What's that say, Toby? Animal Services. You better behave, boy. I'll call the law. Just walking through the neighborhood today. No riverfront today. We're on a mission to get this walk in and get on the road. Toby's not going to come with me today because it's going to be too hot to leave him in the car. And I'm going to be in the courthouse too long to bring him in. If I'm just going to be a little short time, if I'm only going to be an hour or two, I'll take him in with me. But I suspect I'm going to be there all day. I can't expect him to lay around. He's so nice in the offices when I take him in the office. He goes around, I take him around to greet everybody. Everybody pets him, and then we go into the vault, the document vaults or whatever, wherever we're going, and he lays down in a corner. And even when people come in there, he doesn't get up or nothing. Never makes a sound. He realizes he's a lucky dog to be able to go to those places, so he's on his best behavior. He is a lucky dog. Yeah, I take him right up to work with me. The dog, my daughter's dog, the Moon Pie. When she got her, of course, Christina was living with us, and she was going to work 10 or 12 hours every day. So I had her dog, and I took her dog. I was working a different place then. And I had to go into the office every day. And at that office, I had a dog crate, and dog bowls and food and everything for her. And come on. I had a dog crate set up right next to my desk for her. And she came to the shop. She came to the, she went to work with me every day. And I walked her on my breaks and on lunchtime. It was a place that was out in the country. So there was farm fields and stuff, and I could walk her like that. Come on, come on. She's a great dog. They live, but then she moved out to go marry her husband and took her dog with her. So that was the moon pie. Not too long after that, I got Toby. Once Christina moved out with the moon pie, I was so lonely I had to have my little buddy. And I'd been looking at him online for a while. He was listed in the AKC adopt a puppy for a long time. Not a long time, probably 3 weeks, a month. So gorgeous. I'm surprised he didn't get snatched up before I got to him, before I finally made the commitment. Real surprised he didn't get snatched up. He's a gorgeous dog. And he wasn't compared to the big name show dogs that charge $10,000 a dog and $7,000 a dog and more. They weren't like that. He wasn't. Now he's probably a $7,000 to $10,000 dog, but back then he was just a pup. Just because he's trained up and all that, show dog, and the values go up. He's going to be breeding pretty soon. We've got a couple people interested in breeding with him. They're border collie girls. One's a show dog, and the other one's a herding dog, an actual cattle dog. Both border collies, same breed, both AKCs. You know, we gotta keep the breeds pure when you can. So hopefully he'll be daddy soon. And you know, for payment, I think from the show dog we would probably take the money, and from the working dog we would take the puppy. Depends. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it works out. That'd be great though. Yeah, the people pay big money for breeding with good males. I got him from the AKC. Yeah, I got him online basically. That's where I saw him. He was on the AKC website. And I was on that website looking for a dog for, good year, 2 years maybe. Oh, okay, come here. We got to go around this. They're still working on our road here. They just put fresh oil on here. Looks like they're gonna pave on here today. They just coated it with oil. Yeah, Toby was in Northwest Illinois. I drove from where I'm at. It took me like a little over 6 hours each way to go get him. And I got to meet his mama and his daddy were there, and one of his sisters. So his breeder had kept. There were 6 puppies in the litter, and they had sold off 4, and they kept him and they kept his sister to see how they were gonna develop. And they decided to keep the sister and sell him. I was so lucky. The sister does, she's not a conformation dog. She does agility and obedience. He's got a lot of siblings and people and dogs from that breeder. They do obedience. They do agility. There's therapy dogs. I think Toby's the only conformation dog right now current for them. Don't quote me. I'm not quite sure, but I believe that's what she told me. She told me that her and her co-breeder, co-breeder, that they don't currently have any conformation dogs. That they're doing agility and fast cat and the sport where they run the relay. I can never remember the name of it, and we just went to one of those and live streamed from the event. Oh, take care, Alice. Thanks for coming by. Come by again and visit everybody, and we will come visit you in return. Come on, Toby, we're almost home. Toby had to stop and lick the dew off the grass. We're almost home. Almost time to end too. I gotta get busy today. Got a lot of work to do. Then I gotta fight the traffic. That's the worst part of the day. Is I gotta fight everybody, not everybody, but it's tradition here that people go up north. They got homes up north, northern Michigan on the weekends, and there's all kinds of hotels and campgrounds, and people go up north on the weekends. And the traffic on the interstate is horrible on the weekends. It'll be bumper to bumper. And that's what we got to fight on our way back. On the way home, we'll have to drive through that. But I think I'll just take one of the backcountry roads and not have to deal with it. It'll be slower, but look at that mess. That tree, that's a beautiful tree, but it makes a mess every year. This year we got a bumper crop. We got a bumper crop of walnuts this year. I didn't clean them up yet yesterday. They make a mess, and then they get smelly too. Look at the pile right here. They're everywhere. They're in my yard. I got to come through like every other day and pick them up. In the street, you can hear when people run them over, they go pop, 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 almost like balloons popping. Oh, there's Kitty. Everybody say hi to Kitty Kitty. We got 3 million in the building, which is about right for ending time. Okay, Toby, come on. We got our kitty with us and our puppy. Aren't these guys funny? The cat cracks me up. The cat comes running every time we come home because I leave him outside when we leave the house. He wants to be outside. So I leave him out. And every time we come home, he comes running. He's a good buddy. He's a good little buddy. He was my friend. He was my friend after me and the other dog got run over. This cat came and he knew I was hurting. And he came and he cuddled with me every day, all day long. And I'll be damned if he showed up with a ball, the little kitten ball, one of those balls with the little jingly inside it. He come up with that and walked up to me and dropped it. And I tossed it, and he went and got it. And we played fetch, and we played fetch, and we played fetch. The cat knew I was hurting from the other dog. And the other dog and me, we played fetch nonstop all day, every day. And the cat saw that and saw that he could do something to help out. And that's what he did. He played fetch with me. Kitty, kitty. I had been told for years that he was 17. And now they did the math. They redid the math, and he's 13. Same age. Almost same age as the number one grandson. Number one grandson's 14. Number one kitty's 13. Isn't that something? Number one dog's 3. All right, folks, it's time for us to say goodbye. I sure appreciate everybody for coming and visiting and sticking around. And if you dropped a like, I like that too. We got 10 likes on the board. That's pretty good. That's real good for our mornings. Much appreciated. And I know we will see you on the streets. When I get on the highway, I'll look on and if I see nobody's on the live stream, I might turn it back on, and share my drive with you guys on a horizontal. That's the only way the phone's going to stay up in the car. We'll see. FaceTime. Oh, FaceTime. Yes. Here, Toby, look. FaceTime. Puppy. Come here, kitty. FaceTime, kitty. kitty, kitty. FaceTime. FaceTime, kitty, kitty. I'm Titlepro. How's everybody today? Thanks for coming by. Back to puppy dog. Back to puppy dog. Look at that dog. Look at that dog. This when he was a little puppy, this white spot right here was a little diamond shaped triangle. A double triangle, how do you say it? A diamond shape. And then he's that little spot right there. And then when he was a puppy, his white came all the way up to here. He had more white. A lot of it went away. All right, folks. We'll catch you next time. And we'll see you on the streets today, I'm sure. Everybody take it easy and be cool. And thanks for coming by, like I said earlier. Much appreciated. That's the house where the drive-by shooting was. It was actually a walk-by shooting. There was no car involved. I know that much. Here's our boy. One last look. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. One last look at the puppy. All right, folks. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time.